Welcome back to the deep dive. We have a massive stack of research to get through today.
We really do.
It is officially Super Bowl week, February 4th, 2026. The world is descending on the host city, the hot takes are flying, and we are staring down the barrel of a Patriots-Seahawks showdown. But looking through the materials we have, this game feels like it's about a lot more than just, who gets to lift the Lombardi trophy.
It really is. It feels like a watershed moment. You look at the sources, and sure, there's the X's and O's, the chess match, which is fascinating.
Right.
But underneath that, there's this heavy layer of legacy. We're talking about how we define greatness for a quarterback.
And then on the other side of that coin.
And then completely on the other end of the spectrum, you have this really stark reality check coming out of Cleveland.
It's the full life cycle of the NFL, isn't it? You've got the penthouse, the Super Bowl, and then the outhouse, finishing last and wondering who your quarterback even is.
Exactly. And the view from the bottom tells you a lot about what it takes to get to the top. I mean, it's brutal, but it clarifies things.
So let's organize this. We're going to start with the tactical breakdown, specifically how the Patriots plan to stop this Seahawks offense.
Oh.
Then we need to have a serious sort of philosophical debate about Sam Darnold. If he wins, does that ring make him elite?
The big question.
And finally, we'll pivot to that cold, hard truth facing Shedder Sanders and the Browns.
Sounds like a plan.
Let's start with the game itself. Patriots, Seahawks. When you dig into the scouting reports, there's one specific prediction that it made me stop and reread it. It's about their quarterback, Drake May.
You're looking at the rushing stat.
I am. The analysis predicts that Drake May might actually end up with more rushing yards in the Super Bowl than Kenneth Walker.
Yeah, the Seahawks star running back.
I mean, Kenneth Walker is one of the most explosive backs in the league. Suggesting the QB is going to outrun him seems bold.
It sounds crazy on the surface. It really does.
Yeah.
But when you peel back the layers of the game film, it actually starts to make a lot of sense.
Okay, so it's not some gimmick play.
No, it's not, because the Patriots are suddenly running the triple option or something.
Right.
It comes down to how Drake May processes the game versus how the Seahawks play defense.
Okay, walk me through that. Why does May running the ball become the X factor here?
So the report highlights a specific tendency in May's game. He holds onto the football a long time. He has one of the highest time-to-throw averages in the league.
He's not a check-down artist.
Not at all. And for anyone listening, a check down is just, when the QB sees his main targets are covered and he just dumps it off to the running back for a few safe yards.
It's the safe play.
Correct. It's the live to fight another day play.
Yeah.
Drake May, though, he doesn't really like the safe play. He wants the explosive play downfield.
So he waits?
He holds the ball, he scans, he waits for those deep routes to develop. But while he's waiting, physics takes over.
Yeah.
The pocket collapses.
That's when he takes off.
And that is when he takes off. So it's not really a designed run. It's a scramble.
A panic run, almost.
You could call it that, but it's a highly productive scramble. And the key here is the volume. If he drops back 40 times and holds the ball on, say, 10 of those, he might scramble 6 or 7 times.
And if he picks up 8 yards a pop?
That's 50 or 60 yards right there on the stat sheet. He's just accumulating yards out of necessity.
Where is Kenneth Walker?
Kenneth Walker is facing a Mike Vrabel defense. And if we know anything about Vrabel, his whole philosophy is stop the thing you do best.
Which, for the Seahawks, is running the ball.
Right. The Patriots are going to load up the box. They're going to dare the Seahawks to beat them any other way. So Walker might have, 15 carries for 40 yards because there's literally nowhere to go.
So the running back gets stuffed by the scheme, and the quarterback gets yards by breaking the scheme.
That's modern football in a nutshell. Sometimes the play you draw up isn't the one that actually works.
Okay, staying on the tactical side, let's look at the perimeter. The notes flag a massive matchup problem with the Seahawks receiver, Jackson Smith and Jigba JSN.
Oh yeah, this is the matchup to watch.
Everyone seems to think this is where the game is won or lost.
It really is. If you're at a Super Bowl party and you want to sound like you've been studying the All-22 tape, this is the one to bring up. JSN versus the Patriots corners.
He's coming off a huge NFC Championship game.
A monster performance. He is the hot hand. He's the engine of that passing game right now.
But the Patriots have Christian Gonzalez and Carlton Davis. I mean, those are high-end defensive backs. Why is this such a crisis for them?
It's a geometry problem. JSN does his best work in the slot, that little area between the lineman and the sideline. He's just so quick he finds soft spots in the zone. The question for the Patriots is purely strategic. Do you double team him?
Meaning you put 2 defenders on one guy?
Right. You bracket him. One guy inside, one guy outside.
Yeah.
But here's the trap. If you double JSN, you are, by definition, leaving someone else one-on-one on an island.
Against Cooper Kupp or Rashid Shaheed.
And Shaheed is a burner. If he slips or if Carl Davis takes one bad step, that's a touchdown.
It's a classic pick-your-poison situation.
It is. The analysis suggests the Patriots might try to play man-free, where they lock up man-to-man but keep a safety roaming deep.
But if JSN beats his man quickly,
that safety can't get there in time, which JSN does all the time.
So it feels like the Patriots just have to make a gamble. Either let JSN catch 10 passes for 100 yards, but keep everything in front of them.
Or try to erase him and risk getting burned over the top by someone else.
Yeah.
And that ties right back to the Vrabel philosophy.
Make them one-dimensional.
Exactly. The sources are pretty clear. The Patriots have one objective: shut down the run, contain the deep ball, and force this entire game onto the shoulders of Sam Darnold.
Make Sam beat us. That feels like a dare.
Oh, it is absolutely a dare. And it's a calculated risk based on the data. Look, Sam Darnold has had a career resurgence. We can't take that away from him. He's in the Super Bowl.
A huge accomplishment.
It is.
Yeah.
But the stat sheet has a big red warning light flashing on it.
Let me guess. Turnovers.
He led the league in turnovers this year. Interceptions and fumbles.
Ouch. Even in a Super Bowl run.
Even in a good year, he still has those moments of, let's call it blindness. He throws into coverage. He tries to do too much.
So the Patriots' game plan is to suffocate the run game, force him into third and longs where he feels that pressure.
And bet that Bad Sam will make an appearance.
Yeah.
They want him to throw the ball 50 times.
Because the odds say one of those 50 will go to the wrong team.
Precisely. They believe if they apply pressure and confuse the coverage, he will give them the football. They just don't think he can play a clean game if he has to carry the whole load.
This sets up the whole narrative arc of the game perfectly. Can Darnold be the hero without his safety net?
Right.
And that transitions us into the second, and honestly the spiciest part of our research. Because if Sam Darnold does do it, if he wins, we have to have a very uncomfortable conversation about his legacy.
We do. It puts us in really interesting philosophical territory.
The source poses the question, if Sam Darnold wakes up Monday morning as Super Bowl champion, do we have to legally change his status to elite?
It's the question that breaks sports talk radio. But let's look at the resume and the notes. Forget the bust label, forget the Jets years. Just look at the last 24 months. Sam Darnold has won 30 games.
30 wins in the NFL. That just sounds absurd.
30. And the source notes that only 2 other quarterbacks have done that in a 2-year span: Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady.
Whoa, okay. When you put it in that context, that is the VIP section of the VIP section. You don't just stumble into 30 wins. You can stumble into 10 maybe, but not 30.
You don't. We know wins are a team stat. Sure, defense matters, coaching matters.
Yeah.
But you cannot accidentally win 30 games. And on top of that, he played arguably the best game of his career in the NFC Championship to get them here.
He didn't just